Okay, we are rocking and rolling. Hey, hey guys, I'm Joe, and I want to thank you for popping over to homemade-electrolyte-drink.com. Um, the book is Guide to Homemade Electrolyte Drinks, and I thought I would give you um, a quick personal tour around the website and introduce a little more of the book to you and what you are going to find inside this material and inside the website while you poke around and hopefully maybe just show a few things to you, get you some awesome information, some valuable, I hope, life-changing, health-changing information, and maybe some eye-opening stuff, maybe. So, again, just to start right from the top. Oh, I guess maybe I will mention you may notice a lag between the audio and the video. I apologize for that. I'm not really proficient with this program, but I'm trying to figure it out. So be patient with me. Um, Maybe you could pretend you're in one of those really bad old foreign films that have the terrible um, subcaptions dubbed in or something like that. But stick with me till the end. I really think you're going to find this phenomenally informative. So again, the website is homemade-electrolyte-drink.com. My name's Joanne, and I guess maybe I'll start from the beginning. This project, this book, was a labor of love to begin with. A bit of information seeking on my my behalf, because I found the information was not out there and was not available as easily as I wanted it, to be. So I put it together so you don't have to go through the hunting and the digging that I did. I guess we're all familiar with electrolyte replacement drinks. If you're not, they sports drinks is another name they go by. Rehydration drinks is another name they go by. You may be more familiar with the brands. Gatorade is, of course, probably the the biggest electrolyte drink out there. Powerade, I guess, would be another one, and various power drinks and things like that. They market them, I guess, originally to athletes, um, but kids and whatnot seem to be, it's very popular with my family. My son loves them, would drink them a lot, and I had actually been giving them, letting my kids have these drinks, assuming I was making a better choice as a mom, a healthier choice, by not letting them have as much pop, but instead I would let them have these sports drinks, and that was probably came out of a lot of naivety, a lot of ignorance. Perhaps maybe some of you, you know, may think the same thing. I'm not sure, or maybe you already know something that I hadn't realized until until not all that long ago. But these drinks are not, for the most part, are not um, much better for you or your family than pop. When you put the labels side by side, they're very equivalent as far as additives and artificial, flavorings and artificial, uh, chemicals and high in sugar and colorings, things like that. So they are not a better choice. If you are looking for a better choice for your family, these sports drinks aren't them. And as I say, I came, I it was a sort of a natural misconception, because these things are marketed as a healthy drink, or you're given that impression. There are athletes on the label. There are they sponsor athletic events, and athletes promote them and that sort of thing. So um, I really felt like I was having the wool pulled over my eyes a little bit by some of these major labels. I asked the question up here: have you ever looked at one of those sports drinks and found yourself asking, how exactly do they get it that color? Oh, that was the kitty. Anyways, how do they get it that color? I came across, one drink I'm thinking of. It's this bright neon green, and good golly, you got to know that that is not a natural color, right? So that's where I started from as a mom, wanting something better for my kids. Um, but all of this kind of brought up a lot of questions that I realized I didn't know, and questions that I really wanted some answers to. Like, first of all, what in the world are these electrolytes? Because we are chug-a-lugging these drinks get electrolytes, but what are they? What do they do? Do we really need them? Have you really ever asked that question? Or do we just drink them assuming that we're doing something awesome for ourselves? So I started to ask all these questions, and I started, like I said, to do a lot of research. Um, the most important question, I guess, I came, was before me was, how do I ditch the nasty store-bought stuff and replace it with drinks that taste amazing, that work the same, if not better, and not have my kids roll their eyes at me? Because anyone who has kids knows that if it doesn't matter how healthy it is, if it doesn't taste good, they're not going to drink it, right? So I started off on my quest to find some alternatives to these sports drinks that my family loved, and that we were believing we needed, and that we were believing were important to our health. So my own interest and expertise is in natural health. Okay, so I am not totally in the dark on all of this. It's not all new knowledge to me. I did feel like I had some knowledge behind me, but as I mentioned before, I wasn't all that familiar with electrolytes. I had definitely heard the word. It's definitely promoted around us, especially in sort of health circles, things like that. We associate the word with dehydration. We associate electrolytes with exercise, with illness, things like that. But still, I really didn't have a grasp of what they were, what they did in my body, that sort of thing. And I thought it was important to get on top of this, because I really feel, and this is uh, why I'm offering this information to you, because once you know, and once you get informed and educated, you can make better decisions, and you know why you're making the decisions you are, why you're eating or drinking the things that you are, and what exactly it's doing, and it gives you the advantage for your health, right? Make sense? Okay. Um, we're going to jump back to this part of the page. I want to just cover a little bit of something else down here at the bottom first. And again, I invite you to take the time and zip, top to bottom over this web page. You're going to find it very informative, even if perhaps natural or health or healthy eating hasn't been a big interest to you, or I know you're going to find this might will change your opinion a little bit. Okay. all these stars here. You see these stars? We're going to cover the information here. Again, this is on our first page of the website. Okay. So you're here, and we're going through this electrolyte drinks. And, you know, there may be a lot of you that are not coming from exactly where I'm coming from. Maybe you're not a parent. And you're wondering, what does this have to do with you? You know, these drinks, these homemade electrolyte drinks, are going to be important for a lot of other people, not just, you know, us moms or us with kids. And I just want to cover some of this here. Okay, well, first, of course, is the obvious, your athlete, right? Um, Electrolytes, of course, are very important as a post-workout drink. That's probably where they first, you know, really gain some momentum. So my question to you, Mr. and Ms. Athlete, you're in the gym and you're working hard. You're pushing your body, you know, as hard as you can, and you're reaching amazing goals. And I admire you greatly for how diligent you are, because you know I have not been able to be that faithful in my workout. But for those of you who are, I want to ask you, why in the world are you you know, purchasing these commercial drinks, and you know, putting these you know, chemicals and artificial flavorings and things like that into your body, when you could be supplementing with something that's going to build and restore and help your fitness goals? Okay, so a homemade electrolyte drink is definitely going to be something right up your alley, something that you're going to benefit from. Don't, you know, just give yourself as much advantage as you can in the gym and with your fitness goals. Um, and stay away, you know, stay away from the processed stuff. It's not helping you. Okay, next bit here. Um, I bring up expectant mommies. Okay, now these electrolyte drinks, the commercial ones, they have, you know, lovingly been referred to as labor aid by some of us. And that is because expectant mommies um, have a can have a rough time with nausea and fatigue, and you know they have been you know, relying on these drinks, you know, for that, to keep themselves strong, to keep themselves nourished. And again, I pose the same question to mommies that be. Do not grab these commercial drinks, these ones that are full of stuff that you can't even pronounce, and you know, give it to you and your baby. Instead, you know, get some material, learn how to make these drinks at home. They're going to nourish you. They're going to you know, refresh you, get you through those tough times of pregnancy, and give some awesome nutrients, you know, to that wee little baby you've got. Who else could use these recipes? Flu season. You're going to need them when flu season hits. Again, the concern is during times of nausea, diarrhea, things like that. Electrolytes are depleted, and you know, you want these resources. You don't want to be you know, running out and buying commercial electrolyte drinks when you're, you know, flat in bed with the flu, right? So actually, I remember one flu season, I had three children, two in diapers and one a little bit older, and all of them had that raunchy 24-hour stomach flu, all within, you know, 4 hours of each other. It was nasty, absolutely nasty. I really wish, and they did it, you know, in the wee hours of the night. And I sure wish I would have known then what I did now, you know, just to help get their strength back and to help them through it. We've got some other folks here that need this information. If you have loved ones that are battling chronic illness, again, we're thinking about things that when you go through bouts of diarrhea or bouts of nausea, um, eating disorders. How about some detoxers? You know, if you are a detoxer, you need to inform yourself about some electrolytes. Okay, we've got some other things here. All these stars are examples of, you know, where in your life, in your space where you need to be, you know, have access to some electrolytes and electrolyte drinks, where you need to, where they would be helping you out. Here's one. How about this one? Hangover. This this information right here. This could be well worth the investment in this book alone for somebody. What would it feel like to be the only one not regretting the night before the morning after? Okay, how you can brew your own hangover cure. Here's another thing that we cover in the book. Your fur babies. Um, you know, we've got we're big pet people here, and we've got a couple cats and a dog, and we get very hot summers where I am up in Canada. We get brutal winters, but we get very hot summers. And you know, I don't know if before learning this information, if I would have been able to recognize dehydration in my pets, or what to do. And so again, this information is covered in the book. Okay, so I point all this out to you, and again, I invite you to zip top to bottom on this page. Take the time, look at these stars, because these are all different situations where this is going to be important in your life. Uh, how about this one? Being able to save some money and being able to snub your nose at the corporate drink manufacturers. You know, that was kind of a big motive for me to discover, to sort of seek out some of these alternative homemade natural recipes, because I was really tired of forking over a lot of money for some of these electrolyte drinks, right? And I know there are some folks watching this right now who drink electrolyte drinks daily, if not a couple times a week. So it sure does add up. Again, I point all this information out to you because I want you to understand what all, you know, you're going to get in this resource. You're going to get an awesome explanation of what exactly electrolytes are and what they're doing. Oh, let's zip down this way. Nope, let's zip back up. Because, you know, we all need them. And that's the one thing I sure did find out was electrolytes are incredibly, they're natural. Well, first of all, they are natural, and they are something that your body does need. So they are not something that was just kind of, you know, cooked up by the manufacturers to market, but they are something that your body does need, and they do get depleted in your body. Particularly in our society, we do have a lot of electrolyte depletion because of our diets and things like that. Okay. Um, let's just zip back up. Again, I just want to take a few more minutes and then I'm going to let you poke around on your own. The book again that is called Guide to Homemade Electrolyte Drink Recipe. Okay, and that's where we get to this part. I think this is where we're going with this. Where are we going? Here we go. Okay. So I definitely got my curiosity satisfied. I've got a grasp of electrolytes, what they are, what they're doing, why I need them, instead of just assuming that this was something, valuable to do. I really do believe it's something valuable to do. And I am absolutely convinced that when you make your own electrolyte drink, you are, miles ahead of anything you could buy in the store because your ingredients are natural and wholesome, and because you control, what sort of additives you are going in your drink and that sort of thing. So of course, nutritionally, you are absolutely, thriving. But this is the part that I really want to point out to you, because this is the gist of the book. I have put together. There's over 160 electrolyte replacement drink recipes in this book. Okay, so it is a phenomenal resource. If you are looking for a way to replace these drinks or to get more nutrients or more electrolytes after your workout, or have something, um, when sickness hits home, or when heat hits home because you get very dehydrated in heat, if you're at the beach or you're out mowing the grass or whatever, um, there's 160 drink recipes in here. Okay, so that in and of itself, I mean, there is no way. Can you imagine what 160 Gatorades are going to cost you? So uh, that's what I'm offering you in this book. But besides that, there are power bar recipes. Okay, so you can make your own power bars at home, electrolyte bars at home, and electrolyte rich snacks as well, because you can't always just take a drink with you, right? So we've got every option covered. We've got you, we've got the information so you understand what in the world you're doing, why you're doing it, and that empowers you. And of course, we give you the recipes, 160 drink recipes. That is absolutely phenomenal. And like I said, this was an incredible labor of love on my part. It took a tremendous amount of research. There is nothing else like this book online, um, where you get all this information very simply put, because as I mentioned in here, I'm not a rocket scientist, and I don't write for rocket scientists. So it was important to me that you understand this just clearly and simply, and of course, give you just a phenomenal amount of resources and recipes to play with and to enjoy, and that sort of thing. So again, that's the first page. Zip around, read it. I know you're going to find your story, your situation in here, because electrolytes are something everyone needs and everyone risks running, low on at times. And it is something you need to know to help yourself at home, and strengthen yourself at home and that sort of thing. Okay. We're zipping over here to another page we've prepared for you. We've got some recipes ready to go. Okay, so we've got some free recipes. By all means, please pop over and try them out. Let me know what you think. Um, This first one here is a drink that I kind of brewed up on my own, and I really liked it a lot. I did kind of a sort of an after Christmas cleanse where I just sort of drank this for a few days, and you know, I just felt very strong and very rejuvenated from it. So there's that one. They're ready here to share and to pin, because we all like to share recipes. This next one is a homemade Gatorade, a really popular drink. Um, Very simple. You know, you can do this with some ingredients I bet you already have in your cupboards. It tastes a lot better than anything you'd ever buy in the store, and much better for you. Homemade Gatorade recipe. And this guy is another one that I kind of brewed up as well. And it needs a name. So, you help me get this guy named, and you can win a free copy of the book. Just place it in the comments, and let's see how you do. What else have we got? Good looking stuff, hey? A little information about me, and of course some contact information, right? So I want some feedback from you. I want to hear back from you. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your questions. If I can help shed some light, maybe you've got some ideas, some recipe ideas, or whatever. You know, let's just get some contact going here. And we have a question and answer page, and we're going to continue to build this up, because this is again something that I really feel is kind of you know, not talked about, not really. There's not a lot of information about electrolytes, and I'm understanding they're very, very important. So yeah, and again, here's the book over here. Um, we're going to wrap it up. That was your tour. I'm glad you stuck with me to the end. It's been a delight to do this. You know what? I'm going to zip right down again to the bottom of the page. A little bit more of my story. Again, there's 160 drink recipes, over 160 drink recipes actually. I counted them all out, and there was well over that, plus additional recipes. So an amazing resource for you, and you're going to understand why you're taking these electrolytes. You're going to understand why you're putting them in your body and what they're doing, when you need them, when you do not need them, because there are a lot of times you may not be needing electrolytes. I've seen a lot of kids drinking their sports drinks before they go out and play soccer or go out play hockey or whatever, and they're drinking these drinks beforehand, and you know what? You don't need to do that. They are not going to help your performance. So it's really going to just take the cloud of confusion away for you. So this is your book, Guide to Homemade Electrolyte Drinks. Over 160 electrolyte drink recipes that you can make at home. And I've got an awesome discount on the book right now as well. So again, I'm Jo. The web page is www.homemadeelectrolytedrink.com for those who are visiting from YouTube. The book is Guide to Homemade Electrolyte Drinks. Please pop by, leave me your thoughts, your comments, grab yourself a copy of the book. Most importantly, you might as well do that right now, because you don't know when you're going to need this resource in case of an emergency or something like that, because emergencies sure can come up quick. And I know you're not going to regret it. This is an incredible value for the price that I have on it. Like I said, it was a labor of love. I want this information out there. Um, I think it's a life changer. I know I look at, the food and what I put into my body and why I put it into my body very differently. I um, I think about all the times that I would be out mowing grass and I would be just flattened for 2 days afterwards from the heat. And I realize now why that was, and what I could have done to just, you know, regroup myself very, very quickly if I just would have known. So, again, I'm just going to wrap this up. The web page one last time: homemade electrolyte drink.com. The book is Homemade Electrolyte Drinks. And share this page, share this information. I know there's a lot of people looking for it, so so if you could help spread the word as well, um, they will appreciate it, because a lot of people need this information. Thanks, folks. Bless you, and let's stay in touch. Bye bye now.